Hello guys, I'm Hassan Aftab and today I'm going to explain my EA that finds patterns in the chart. Uh, there are two kind of patterns that I was requested to make and detect that if these patterns are existing in the chart in history, or if these kind of patterns are on current chart. If the current ticks are making this pattern, then I have to put an alert for that. So first of all, I would like to tell what kind of patterns that are that I have implemented in my ear. uh, there are two kind of patterns. One is two bearish candles following two green candles following two bearish candles. These are two bullish candles and these are two bearish candles. And the alert should be generated before the closing of this candle. Before the closing of this candle, like before 10 second, uh, the candle is closed. For example, if the candle is closed at 23:05, so it must generate an alert on 23:04. uh, so we have some patterns over here. This is another pattern, two bearish candles followed to bullish candles, and another pattern with the same approach, the two bearish candles following two bullish candles. So I would like to explain the code I've written for this EA. So let's open that code. Okay, here is my code. First of all, what I have over here is the number of candles I want to iterate in the history. This is set to 500 candles. Like if uh, I want to check that if these kind of patterns are in the existing history of my chart, then it should iterate through the last 500 candles and check if there is a pattern. Then if there is a pattern, then it should draw some arrows. So if I go into history and I check this and for my study, so I can see that there are these patterns that were found in the history, and what kind of patterns, what kind of judgment I can make from these patterns. So for that purpose, we have a function that is named as make candles. This function does not make candles. Basically, it this function is to check that if in the history this kind of pattern is formed. If this kind of pattern is formed, then it should draw an up arrow or a down arrow. Okay. So first, I would like to explain another function, that is on init function. On init function is a default function by the MQL4 community. This function is to check if uh, this function is called when the EA is placed on the chart. When the EA starts working, this function is called once, and whenever the EA is placed on the chart, or whenever the time frame is changed on the EA, this function is called. So at the start of the EA, we have to delete all the objects that are in the that are on the chart, and then we check that if the period of the current chart is equal to 1. Is If it's equal to 1, then that means that it is equal to m1 time frame. And similarly, if the period is equal to 5, then that means that the time frame is m5. And if the period is 15, then the time frame is M15. So first of all, we check that what is the current time frame of the chart. What is the current time frame selected by the user? Like if I select M15, then it should that as I told earlier that whenever I change the time frame of the chart, the EA starts working from the beginning. So whenever I'm switching between the time frames, then the EA then the EA will start its working from the beginning, and that means that the on init function will be called again and again. So the arrows I was drawing before must be deleted whenever the time frame is changed. So let's have M30 over here. Okay. So on init, all the recent objects are deleted, and the time frame is M30. So this function is called, and 30 is passed in this function. That means that our period here is our period that we needed to make candles. So we loop between current candle, zero candle, to the number of candles we want to iterate in the history. Let's say if I set it to 5,000 candles, then it will iterate to 5,000 candles in the history, and if I set to 5 candles, then it will iterate only 5 candles in the history. So I have 500 candles. I guess that is more than enough. And in this loop, this loop repeats again and again up till the number 500 is reached. So we what we I have over here is this is a variable, integer variable that says that M1 C1. M1 is the time frame, and C1 is the candle number. So I used M1 as I was using it later in on text function, so I just copied and pasted this name convention over here. So it doesn't matter if you can use M30, you can use M15, whatever you want. But the general idea is that M1 is an integer value, and that value is to check the type of the candle, the type of the M1, the first candle, that is if that candle is a bullish candle or a bearish candle. So the check type function, whenever I call this check type function, this function checks the type of the candle. It's not going to the definition. Okay, this is the check type function. It takes two value, open and close, open value of the candle and the close value of the candle, and it subtracts the two values. If the result is greater than 0, then this is a bearish candle, also it's a bullish candle. So I'm returning 0, 1 and 2 because if I return false or true, then the else case, that is a doji candle. This was not completed because I can in if I have a bool over here, then I can only return a true or a false value. I cannot return an empty value. I tried, but I was not able to return an empty value. So I had some problems with my logic. So I used integer values to return. If I return 0, that means that it's a false, it's a bearish candle, and if I return 1, that's a bullish candle. And if the result is equal to 0, that is that's a doji candle. When return 2, or elsewise if all this fails, then also return 2. That means that it's not included in bearish or bullish candles. So what we have over here is that we send open and close price to the function, and it returns that the current candle is that this candle is a bearish or a bullish candle. So see the looping of the candles that I is 0 whenever when let's say the first iteration, in the first iteration we have is equal to 0, then how it will work I will explain to you. So we have I is equal to 0, that means that this is the first candle, the current candle, and we check that open. I open is a function. I open is a function. You can see its details by pressing F1. I pressed F1 to find the help from MQL4 reference. So I open returns open price value for the bar specified symbol with time frame shift. So what I have over here is I send the symbol. If you can also set it to null or a symbol, you just this function tells the what is the symbol uh, that is what is the symbol of the chart, if it is Euro USD or it's another symbol, and this is the period for the chart for the open price, to check the open price, and this is the shift. The shift must be equal to 0, because if to find the current candle, the shift is 0, and if if the shift is 1, that means that we have this candle. This is the current candle, zeroth candle, and this is the first candle, this is the second candle, this is the third candle. So if I set shift to 1, then this is the candle. If I set the shift to 2, then this is the candle, and if I set the shift to 3, then this is the candle. So you can see the documentation for the I open and I close. These are very simple functions, just to check the open and close price for various candles on the chart. So what I have over here is I sent some values, the symbol, the current period which I am on, which the chart is on, and the shift the shift value, and it checks it goes into the function that checks the type of the candle. The type of the candle is set to bearish or bullish, and the return value is saved in this variable. And similarly, as I have to check the pattern of 4 candles, so I checked for I have 4 variables over here. This is the current candle, the zeroth candle, this is the first candle, this is the second candle, this is the fourth candle, this is the third candle. So in total I have 4 candles. So the first candle, so for the first candle, we have all the values, and now we check that if the pattern is formed or not formed. If if the pattern is formed, that means that there should be, uh, let's let me write that there should be bull bear, bear. So, as I told earlier that a bull candle is M1C1 should be equal to 1 for it to be a bull candle, and so if the current candle is the bullish candle, and the next candle to it is also the bullish candle, and the next candle to it is a bear candle, and then a bear candle, then this condition is true. And if this condition is true, then it should create an alert, it should create an object of arrow, and these are the functions you should check them by yourself. I will not be explaining these functions to you, because I have to go a lot in details for this. So these are this is the way how you can check the pattern uh, at the start of the EA, and similarly this is the second pattern that says that if a bear and a bear and a bull and a bull, if this pattern is true, then it should generate an down arrow, and I am setting the size of the arrow and the end of loop. So it will iterate from the 0th candle to the 500 candle, and it will check for every candle. For every candle, it will see the last three candles, and it will see if like for every candle. For this candle, it will check these three candles, and it will see if the pattern is formed, then it will make an arrow for on this candle. If for this candle, it will see uh, the last three candles, and yeah, there is a pattern, so it will make an arrow over here. Similarly, if for this candle, it will see the last three candles, and there is a no pattern, so no pattern over here. So for every 500 candles in the history, it will check that if for example, if we have over here, this is 0th 1 2 3 4. Okay, I have an alert over here. This is alert for M5 period, and RRGG pattern formed at blah blah blah. So you can see over here I'm on M30 time frame, and this alert is for M5 period. And it's also I'm on Euro USD, and this is for or AUD USD, Australian dollar and USD dollar. So now you can see the functionality of an EA, how this is super powerful to find many things. It's just a small EA. I can make it up to for further functionalities. I can make up for further functionalities, but I'm just working on this here. Okay. So what I have over here, if 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is the 12th candle, and this is 13, the 14, 15. So on the 12th candle, on the 12th iteration, on 13th iteration, basically it's a 0th iteration. So on the 13th iteration, it will check the last candle and the last candle and the last candle. If the pattern is true, then it must make an arrow. If the pattern is false, then it do not make an arrow. So here we can see there's a down arrow, there's a green up arrow, the down arrow. So this is the first functionality of the EA. I'll be making another video in which I'll be explaining how the second functionality of the EA is working. How that alert that was just you have seen alert, how that alert is making up on the screen. And thank you for watching. Thank you so much.